In the American script post-World War II, the communist-controlled mainland China was replaced with a nationalist Taiwanese island as the legitimate heir to a multinational Qing empire. Failure to understand East Asian development, citizenry, political culture, and the historical context they were based in led to a hastily constructed policy of containment. This meant a military denial of communism and a denial of what China now was, demanded a war in Korea with American and Chinese blood on the ground, and denied normalized diplomatic relations until the 1970s. To this day, through major shifts in Chinese and American political landscapes, Taiwanese sovereignty and the command economy of China are still some of the most contentious topics discussed between these nations. In spite of the relationship status oscillating between economic partners and geopolitical adversaries, these two sticking points have consistently and profoundly altered the diplomatic policies, budgetary expenses, military composition, and deployment strategies of America and China. And now, to the present day.
Good morning, this is Aiden Coulter, USA News. Breaking, a white-hot spark in our Cold War with Russia. As you all have heard, revealed by President Biden just minutes ago from NATO headquarters in Brussels, Ukrainian positions in Liman have been the site of an offensive biological weapons attack by Russia. There will certainly be swift retaliatory measures taken by the U.S. and its counterparts as an emergency meeting with NATO members is currently underway.
Good evening, this is Channel 8 China Now with Wu Jing. Poland has joined the U.S. in pushing Russian forces out of Ukraine. Already, the depletion of Russia's eastern reserves, precision weapon stockpiles, and onboard guidance systems are taking their toll. Drastic escalatory measures have been taken and must be responded to in kind. It is now the position of China, as delivered by Foreign Minister Qin, that Western blustering in Europe and the Pacific must be silenced. There is no better way than the bilateral defense treaty we have just entered into with Russia.
On this date, August 15th, 2024, America continues to stand firm by our allies, condemning recent criminal actions taken by China in aiding Russia's occupation of Ukraine. Joint SEAD missions have shattered Russian air defense, but shipments of Chinese precision weaponry and computer chips have bolstered frontline capabilities of enemy battalions. Straining to turn back U.S.-Polish intervention, China appears to be rapidly burning through its available smart munitions, and economic restructuring is an impossibility given research constraints. Taiwan appears to be ever more in the crosshairs of China as a geostrategic necessity.
Good evening from Channel 8. Today, we celebrate the Ghost Festival with families around China having a meal with their deceased loved ones as the pathway between heaven and earth opens again. Such days remind us of the hardships our ancestors went through to bring us the love we know today. To mitigate the hardships in Europe and those experienced under Western dominance in Chinese Taipei, Moscow has agreed to later at Beijing in our effort to officially rejoin the island into the mainland. This process is historically justified and necessary for the recovery of vital microchip manufacturing that China is being held from by predatory capitalism in Taiwan province. More after this.
USA News, Aiden Coulter. Russia has finally pivoted in compliance with Chinese demands to take action against Taiwan. The island is, as of November 4th, 2031, under attack by combined Sino-Russian forces. U.S. officials have declared Taiwan an independent state in the assault against a sovereign nation. Military vessels in the area are beginning evacuation efforts of citizens to keep them safe from the horrific acts of war now thrust upon them. Isolationist factions in the newly divided and controversial Congress have promised their constituents arms reductions following losses in Ukraine, and as such, the position of the U.S. is de-escalatory. We can only pray for the Taiwanese people, as preliminary shellings on defensive positions have already claimed the lives of 20,000 military personnel.
Welcome back, this is Wu Jing. With the help of Russian neighbors, the comprehensive recovery of Chinese territory is underway in the East China Sea. Such an effort with respect to established global norms and regulations should go without intervention from outside nations. The United States is breaking customs set forth by both themselves and other world leaders in provision of military aid under the guise of humanitarianism. It is shameful to view U.S. vessels entering Chinese territorial waters. We are not a warmongering nation. In our best efforts, we will attempt to peacefully regain and reestablish the full sovereignty of China, as Russia has recently proved possible in the modern age. As long as the United States does not interfere, this operation will run smoothly with minimal casualties. We hope to see you soon with good news.
A Chinese cruise missile sank a U.S. recovery vessel.
The president has announced a declaration of war.
Submarine-launched ballistic missiles have hit their targets in Fujian and Guangdong provinces. 100,000 are presumed dead. How did it come to this?
If only we did not fight a European war.
Why were we even in Asia?
It's impressive how quickly our decisions can spiral.
Amazing how little time elapsed.
War is easy when what we have during peace isn't enough.
When will we realize that peace itself is enough?
Shelter-in-place orders have been issued for
Seattle, Portland, Los Angeles.